Yes. I'll just tell him about the investigation. I've got something, but I don't. I'm not really in a position to do anything about it.
Well, I mean, here in the city, Inji and I are going to be looking into it ourselves. We can take care of it while you're away, hopefully. Your name?
Well, so far what I've got is that we suspect whoever's done it was an elven monk who was either one of the staff in the estate or posing as them. And I believe the Unicorn Daimyo is still alive because it was actually a teleportation spell, and the residue left behind was, well, I figured it out, don't worry. But the most worrying part about it is that the the soldier in charge of the investigation, or the man on the crime scene, the Matsu man, he's definitely in on it. He's a part of it somehow, and I think a larger part of the Lion Clan is as well.
You see him look up with this very serious look on his face as there's just a rage growing in his eyes, and he says, "Well, that is worrying indeed. And I will look into this. But watch yourselves. The only elven monks we've come across in the last while, same ones that took my daughter. They are here. If this is the same force, there is a good chance that they will try to infiltrate the Gempuku. I don't know what they're after. The Lion Clan is helping them. I will find out. Thank you for this, Elias. You've done well."
I'll just bow. And
Well,
that's all I've got.
does anyone know where our little pink-haired friend might have gone?
I don't know. She's been missing since earlier. Probably drinking tea with someone.
Right. Well, I'll send someone to go and check the tea houses. Well, is there anything else that you need from me, or I would recommend going and getting some rest before the trials tomorrow. Eat well.
Of course.
Right. Well, I wish you all luck. If you need anything else, just come by the estate. And he'll give you a bow, and you can see he looks quite concerned after speaking to Elias, and is going to start slowly turning and trying to make his way out.
Yeah, as he walks away, I'll ask everybody. So, what's the deal with the hateful elves here?
Ancient history. I don't even remember why.
So, just ancient history. Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Would I know anything about like the conflicts from my time in the past, or was it way too far in the past for this thing to happen?
No, actually, you would have been there shortly before all of that went down. So, yeah, you can give me a history check and see what you knew about it. I think you were kind of trying to keep your head out of most of those politics while you were there, but um, yeah, I'm sure you heard your fair share.
21.
Okay, nice. So you would remember you met Dunal, the um,
King.
Elven King, essentially, who was essentially the one who came up with the Iranian Games and decided it should replace war, essentially, because once the Titans got involved, you weren't there to see that, but you would know this of the history that the power that was being displayed in the wars that were happening was threatening the world itself, and so the gods, along with all of those people that you met there, um, came up with the Iranian Games as a place for the gods to basically pit their mortals against one another and decide things instead of sending armies to war. That obviously hasn't always worked, but you would know that he was the leader of the elves, and that when you were in Kiga, there was a very different dynamic. There were a lot more giants here, a lot more dragons, and there were elves that worked in Kiga. It was like everyone kind of worked together to help create those Titan forges and things. You would have worked with elves, dragons, giants, and potentially even elementals. But all of those are gone. The elves were exiled. Giants, you haven't seen many giants around Kiga, other than the Oni, I suppose.
We saw the giant in where was it? He
In the
was in the
It was the
mountains.
forge.
fire giant in the forge, which was one of the last. That's exactly where those came from. Those were remnants of those who created the forges. But those forges hold some part of that ancient history that you would know is long gone, and yeah, you'd probably be able to share some of that with the party if you want.
Well, the only thing I can think of is that, well, the elves came up with the idea of the Iranian Games. Maybe whoever was opposing them were mostly Kigani and were not happy with the idea, so they banished them. That's all I can think about. All I can think of.
Oh, sorry, I kind of spoke around what you were actually asking, but you would know that it was the dragons that pushed them out, because the dragons were trying to conquer the elementals in order to take over the dominion of the elements, and the elves were opposed to that, because elves were all about nature and everything, and they kicked them out, sent them all to Rainia, to Junal. So that was a big part of it, was that the dragons were trying to gather power from the elementals, and the elves opposed them. That's why they were kicked out.
Okay. Well, the dragons that lived here kept seeking power. They tried to get it by conquering elementals and getting their power, but the elves opposed them, and they were banished by it. Not sure if they actually succeeded, but that's why they are no longer welcome here.
Fair enough.
Elias, you can also make a history check for me, please, as Joey's explaining this. That's right. This is recent history, to know something that happened in the last 10 minutes. It's just that when you just spoke to the Leviathan, you saw it was in a draconic form, and the Leviathan was complaining about the fact that it had been sealed by the dragons. That's potentially why it takes on that draconic form within you, is that it was first sealed by dragons, and those elementals have been passed down since then and trapped there.
I'm not sure. I don't think all elves know each other, but there was an elf at the Monster Festival. And since there are too many elves around, maybe she might know something.
Oh,
I think Estrella actually might have asked her. Didn't one of you
I
speak
I
to
was
her?
talking to her. She
Oh
said
yeah.
she's allowed to be here. She's a performer, if I recall correctly. But
Oh, no harm in just talking around a bit. Asking around, I mean. Otherwise, we should probably go figure out where Sakura is.
I was here most of the day. She was with you, wasn't she?
No, I was with Elias.
Last you would have seen her was at the shrine.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna send a paper bird.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest.
And as
Simple
you,
as.
what is the paper bird gonna say?
You missed your training.
Okay, urgent noted. So as you release this paper bird, we will watch it fly through the city up to the castle and over to the Kintsugi Shrine, where Sakura, we see you having a nice cup of tea with the Lion Clan daimyo, and you have been sat here for a while. We are going to rewind a little bit before that paper bird actually gets there, as it is trying to in past the barriers that are put around the shrine. What are you currently doing as you are like mid tea? And I find the map.
Uh, she's just politely sipping on her tea. It's good tea. She made it herself, probably.
It is good indeed. And Sakura, I have I'm happy to hear that the rumors are not unfounded. Perhaps you and the tea maker would work well together if you are ever to come and visit again.
Yes, I like the tea maker. He is very nice.
It is a shame for old fellows just left to his own devices as after he lost his family. I think he's just sort of thrown himself into his work here, you know.
That is very sad.
But on to more interesting matters. Now that your friends have gone to complete their training, your father and I have been speaking about your role here in the Gempuku. He has asked me if he can look after you, and I've told him that he will not be allowed to interfere in the Gempuku festival, as of course every samurai's master would like to help them out, but that is not in the nature of these festivals.
Yeah, she nods in understanding.
He will say, "Well, I'm glad that you understand. However, he has also asked me to uh, show you a little trick, if you will. Maybe not so little, but I believe you are not all that versed in the arts of the light, unless perhaps you are. I could be mistaken." And
Of,
he seems to be trying to ask you about a certain power, but it seems
um,
that he doesn't really know.
she just looks a bit confused.
Yes, well, I mean, I'm sure it would be quite a lot for you to tap into it accidentally, but your family has a long line of connection with uh, nature in a way, as I'm sure you've realized. Your father's roots are deep within the world tree, and the divine tree itself ha- has probably shared with you some of its power. Now, that is a dangerous thing to unlock. But thankfully, I have got a small dais here that feeds on that very energy. You see, these waters, they run straight over the roots, and that is why the gold here is quite as brilliant as it is. And he gestures over to the middle pool there where you can see this. Um, it looks like a bird feeder almost, like it's just a bowl there with a this glowing white liquid inside of it.
Hmm. Seems a
Now,
bit suspicious, but she kind of trusts him. I mean, why would he want to hurt her, you know?
give me an insight check if you want.
I think she's definitely more wary after her mom.
Yeah, so this would feel like this has got some kind of, like, your mom was probably involved, and you start to wonder if maybe that's, she was quite obsessed with power, if seeking this kind of thing is maybe how met. But
Hmm.
after sharing a cup of tea with this guy, you can tell that even as a daimyo, he's probably got a lot of secrets, and he keeps a lot to himself. But he seems 100% genuine about being friends with your dad and seemingly wanting to help you on his path. And as he gestures over to this little pool of silvery white liquid, um, you will recognize it somewhat. Like, there are the energy that you have had, that you and June have had these sort of opposing forces. You would recognize that same kind of energy coming off of that liquid, and you are not completely unfamiliar with it. So it is probably something that you can trust. It is almost like it is light itself, divine light.
Okay. Uh, she'll trust it, but she doesn't really know what to do with it. Does she touch it or like?
He will, as you ask, he'll say, "Well, our Shugenja use it to dip their faces into the water, and it is said to grant them visions of the heavens. I have tried it myself, and in fact communed with some of the champions of old. So, from what your father tells me, may have a different effect on you. I can't honestly say I know what that is, but would be interested to find out if you are curious as well."
Oh, he knows how to get her going. She is always curious. Um, she'll I don't know where it is, but she will go up to it.
Yeah, Stray, you spot on it. Is this does look exactly like a pensive from Harry Potter, with the memory.
Mm-mm.
Um, though it is, there is like a completely white light coming from in there. It is bright as hell. If you try and put your face into it, it's like it. There's no way you could keep your eyes open while you do it.
Okay, she'll definitely close her eyes before putting her face in it.
Okay, so is that what you're doing? Are you
um,
plunging it?
yeah, sure. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay, please give me a charisma saving.
I know.
We all know how good Sakura is at charisma saves. Oh wow, she actually did
Okay,
well.
that was almost a natural one, but it's okay. It turned out okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to move some of these things over, but Sakura, if you'll direct your attention to the items directory on your right, you will see some new things that I will be adding to your character sheet a bit later, but mainly the Divine Light release. I think that's the one. Yeah. So as you plunge your face into this, you are going to see just streams of light and color, and you will see a dragon moving through the clouds. And this is the same dragon you have actually seen before, when you were in the heavens, the one that was guarding the entrances. But it's like you move right past him, and he doesn't even seem to notice as you fly over the heavens. And you recognize this place only because you have been here once before. As you continue flying, go higher and higher beyond the heavens into what seems like this endless light. And it feels like you yourself are a dragon as you're flying. But as this light kind of swirls around you, it seems like you are inside of a cloud. And then you start to feel it flowing into your actual physical body that is standing outside, plunging your face into this pool, as the same energy that you were accessing when you were meditating, like the session before last. That now is just overflowing from you and is much brighter and much more powerful, with just this bright white light coming off of you and these flecks of pink sort of flowing around you, like full Super Saiyan aura kind of thing.
That's cool.
And yeah, with this, you now gain access to a source of power known as divine light or light, um, which is something you've already kind of touched on with the release that you have, but this is similar to what some of the others have unlocked now, and you can browse through those in your own time. I mean, you might want to read through them now, as when you eventually pull your face out of this, it'll feel much the same as when you were like reincarnated, when you step back into the living world, and you'll feel this aura passing off of you just around the time that a little paper bird flutters down and lands on the ice in front of you, uh, from Elias, saying, "You've missed your training."
She face plants. She doesn't want to be rude. So she takes it, she acknowledges it and then goes back, and we'll discuss what happened with the daimyo before she goes.
You will see
Because I
him
feel
just
like he's as curious as she is about this probably.
his door is hanging open as his eyes are wide as you come back with this aura around you, and he says, "Well, I was not expecting that. I have to be honest. How do you feel?"
Yeah, I feel good. I feel the same as I did when I was reincarnated. And I saw the dragon. I saw when I was dead, but I don't think it saw me. Which is kind of sad. I wanted to say hi and maybe offer some tea. It's okay next time.
Well, I'm sure you won't have too much trouble doing such a thing now, as he looks you up and down. And you feel something strange as you're standing close to him. It's like you can feel his actual life force as you're standing there. Like, is something now it's like you've unlocked a sixth sense kind of thing, and you can just feel the life within him. I see, this one doesn't give you no. Okay. Yeah, so there's quite a bit to sort of look at there, but this is like a separate thing that you can level up outside of normal character progression.
Oh, awesome.
And at this point, you get the light seal, and you gain access to a new pool of chakra called light chakra,
Mm.
which I'll try and add those to your character sheet. We'll see. Maybe we'll take a break just now, and I can do it then. But for the sake of time now, you can read those whenever you like.
Awesome, thank you. And then I think after discussing all this, with him going into detail about what she saw and how she's feeling, she will show the paper bird and say, it seems I have missed my training.
Oh well, better hurry along then. I wish you luck in your Gimpuku. I will be watching.
Thank you. I hope you will indulge me once again sometime and have tea with me again. This was very lovely. Thank you.
Would be a pleasure. Thank you for the tea.
And she'll give a deep bow and then fly off.
All right. Yeah, and you will notice that you move with some uncanny kind of speed as we will move you back to the city map as everyone else is just making their way out of the temple. Open the here in a second. Yeah, the rest of you will see not long after sending the paper bird, Sakura will come flying down to meet you guys.
Yeah, as soon as she lands, June's going to just say, look who decided to finally show up.
Funny for one.
Should-
Control. Very.
She just waves warmly in response.
Damn it, it's annoying when she doesn't fight back.
Yeah, you will notice a sense of calm that seems to have come over Sakura. As Sakura, you'll notice this energy roiling off of all of them. That is just. It seems like maybe it's just this new power that is allowing you to see this. They all seem like even more powerful than last you saw them as well.
What happened to you guys?
What do you mean?
You're more powerful, I can tell.
I mean, I can Kamehameha. If you read that comic.
You know, I did even give you an Eldritch Kamehameha, like with the jutsu. You've been able to Kamehameha for a while.
I can Kamehameha even darker now.
You can go Super Saiyan 3.
She just rolls her eyes and says, "Okay, don't tell me then."
I think that we all got in touch with whatever resides in us to an extent. At least that's how I feel it.
I really got in touch with my stomach.
Your stomach?
Yeah.
Is Elias's power being hungry?
Yes. Now
Really?
let's go eat.
Like, seriously?
You know what? Sure.
Oh, goodness. Well, should I should probably apologize to General Mac.
What for?
For not showing up. I feel so bad, but I got very distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's used to it.
I did have a very nice tea though.
Tomorrow's gonna be a fun day, I guess.
A lot of fighting.
Hmm.
Did we ever find the perpetrator of the missing daimyo? Well, I know this out of character, but she wouldn't know this in character, so she'll just ask anyway.
Well, we know the daimyo is in fact probably not dead.
Okay. Well, that's something.
Also, elves are involved.
Elves.
Mm-hmm.
Elves in these areas?
Something like that.
Interesting.
Elias knows more. I don't really pay attention to the investigation. I just feel
She'll turn to Elias.
Yeah, the daimyo was teleported, and since it was a teleport and not a disintegrate, I think they want him alive, so he's alive. What worries me is just that some of the Lion Clan members in the Matsu estate are definitely in on it.
Yeah, kind of
Told-
sus.
I've told General Mac that, and he said he'll look into it further. So I think it's out of my hands now. And you just see Elias like look almost pained.
You know, it wouldn't hurt to continue a secret investigation when we're back.
Oh.
I do like investigating.
The problem is, the longer you wait, the more details get lost, and I really don't have any authority to try anything here.
Elias, you would know that in your conversations with Inaga Tenshiro, he was trying to organize a meeting with you and the heads of the Unicorn clan. That Amya having disappeared obviously makes it look like that might obviously have been cancelled, but you do kind of still have a lead there with Tenshiro if you want to look into the Unicorn clan stuff.
Elias, whenever do you need authority to do anything? You just do it.
Yes, but it's more that I want to interrogate this dude, and I can't.
This is
Bad.
true-ish.
Again, not as if that's the only way. Now,
I mean, we just disguise ourselves, jump in the middle of the night. He won't know the contracts back to us.
I'll come back to you on that one, actually.
Just an idea.
Was
A little
Tenshiro at the
kidnapping never
tavern?
hurt anybody.
DM?
Dungeon Meister.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Was a Inaga Tenshiro at the tavern?
Yes.
Okay. Well, off to the tavern then.
Sakura, are you reading the thing?
Yeah.
I can see your cursor like moving
sorry,
from side
sorry.
to side. No, carry on. Just the of your curse. I was like, oh, she's reading.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of where I am. But yeah, I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, so you're only level 1 with that right now. So don't worry about reading all the different abilities that you should get overwhelmed with it all right now.
Awesome. You seem very interesting so far.
Yeah, you've got quite an interesting mechanic of how you would level that up. So we'll get into that. Is everyone, where are you guys heading? Looks like Elias is headed to the town.
Yep.
I'm going to follow
Good
Elias to just annoy him.
Good night.
Amazing.
Of course. Anybody else joining us?
Since it's fairly early in the day, I wanted to see if there is maybe someone at the dojo I can like, duel with.
Tavern means beer or drinks, so that's good.
Wait, don't go to the dojo and the and the tavern. Oh, yes, Naga's at both. I'll have to. He's at the tavern now, but I'll have to remove him from the dojo.
Quite frankly, there are two of them.
Yeah, that's,
He's
I
a
don't wanna-
dragon. He's powerful. He can be in two places.
Yeah, maybe he's got
Uh,
a clone up. That was teaching you about clones. So there's a clone sitting at the tavern. He's he's eating Kraken sushi. Sorry, I'm just quickly trying to add the relevant things for Sakura there. But what about Seto? Where you going?
Seto would probably just want some time. So he would climb whatever that mountain top or whatever it is. Just quick run to there.
Okay.
Just have
Yeah, I
some
mean,
peace and quiet.
running there would be simple enough. With your speed, you I will say you can auto succeed on that. But give me a perception check as you make your way up the mountain. You get quite a nice view.
Okay. Last session still follows me. Can't roll above 10.
Oh, what was the skill out you roll there?
15.
Okay, yeah. You get a nice view up there. You can see from the top of this mountain all the way down to the ocean, where you can see Nishisawa sort of stretches down. There's a little harbor village down there that seems vaguely connected to Nishisawa, but it is its own little village. And you can see all around Nishisawa from up here. It looks like you actually get a nice overview of where the survival test will be taking place, as it is surrounding the city. You can see there are a lot of different options, places you could potentially go, a lot of different ways you could tackle it. But yeah, it'll be up to you when the time comes. You've now at least got a nice overview of the place, other than what you guys have already seen from the air and know the area.
Thank you.
I'll say you'll get advantage on the first survival checks you need to make to doing this thing.
Okay.
And yeah, what about Australia? Where you go?
The tavern, since someone mentioned the tavern.
Cool. Okay, you're joining them at the tavern. Who else? Perry's going to the dojo. Elias going to the tavern. Everyone else going.
I think Sakura will quickly go and apologize to General Map.
Yeah, you could do that as you sort of catch up to him. He seems walking with purpose, but say, "Oh, well, I mean, it is your last day. Mm, I hope you've been off doing some training of your own."
Hmm, in a way, the daimyo revealed a power to me that I was not aware I had.
Well, it was going to be part of the training, so I suppose you've done all right. And to be honest, I was a little worried about what we would be doing with you, but I'm glad the daimyo was able to help you out.
She smiles and says, I'm terribly sorry I missed the training. We were very invested in our tea.
Don't worry, your group has a bit of a reputation for not attending classes. Seems like it hasn't affected you too badly, though.
She looks offended.
Oh, let's be honest now, Sakura. Since you met the rest of them, how many classes have you been to?
She now looks embarrassed. But
Not
says,
saying they're
look,
a bad influence or anything, but
before them, I did attend most of my classes. Although I did prefer practical experience.
you had
on
a perfect
occasion.
attendance record. I honestly, I think these people. That's all right. I have heard of exploits that you have undertaken, and I'm sure you'll be just fine. So watch yourself out there. I think these could be dangerous for anyone, especially for young ones such as yourself.
She nods and gives a bow and then bids goodbye and goes and joins the party. Although I'm not sure where they are.
We went to the
Okay, time to find a teleport circle and teleport to the moon.
No.
What's left of it?
Actually, no, the moon is a traumatic place. Let's rather not go to the moon. How about the sun instead? That sounds a bit safer.
There is no Sailor Sun. Only Sailor Moon.
You see a tavern called the Sun and realize that they probably went to that other tavern.
Okay, well, let's go there. Yep,
Also,
there we are.
I am just trying to add the last thing, but it doesn't seem to be working. Sorry, and then we'll have my full attention again. But yeah, the rest of you head to the tavern. I'm sure you've already gone through on the map, but you can do if you haven't already.
I think we're all here. At least everyone going to the tavern.
What are you guys doing as you arrive?
Well, June's following Elias, so
Well, I'm going to meet someone alone, so
can I join?
yeah. I'm sure I don't think he'd actually care that much.
Cool. June merely follows behind you.
And this cat dude is the same one who spoke to earlier.
And might be the same guy. No, you haven't met this dude. If you hover over him, you should be able to see the image. But you can see he's definitely with that group, and he might have been one of the lackeys that was standing guard there before. You can see him currently sitting drinking from a little sake bowl. just lapping from it like a cat.
Millet.
As I'm walking by, I'll just look at him and I'll just look at him for like a solid 5 seconds. As I keep walking, see if he
Kind of like
recognizes me.
turn and side eye you as well a little bit, and
Jim's gonna do the exact same thing as Elias, just to be a bit of annoyance.
licks his lips as he looks like he looks at Elias and he goes, "Boss is busy, but he'll see you soon." And then he looks at you, June, and he goes, "What the hell are you looking at?"
She's not gonna say anything. She's gonna look for another 5 seconds and then walk away and follow Elias.
There's a small like yowl coming from just like an angry cat as he turns back to the bar.
Yeah, when we get to the top of the stairs, I'll ask Elias, "Hey, what's the deal with the cat?"
That room up here,
Mm.
his boss is in there, and all in all, I think they want to start a war with Shira, another criminal gang.
Ah, okay.
But, in total honesty, I think I've had enough of gangs. Doesn't mean they can't be a little help, though. But right now, we're meeting with Hinaga, Tentra, and Al.
Ah, Hinaka. It's been a while since I've said hi to him.
Yesterday.
Yes. 24 hours is a long time.
Right.
Honestly, in this game, yeah. But yeah, you as you guys standing there at the top of the stairs, you will hear two sounds coming from the door on your left. You will hear the familiar sound of Hinaga's voice, just the tone of his voice, and then you'll hear what sounds like someone like crying or whining. It seems like he's talking to someone with a very whiny voice.
Can I make sense of what they're saying?
Sure, you can give me a perception. You may recognize the voice.
Maybe not.
I just call out your roll. Sorry.
11.
No, you can make out what they're saying, as it's very faint, but you can hear Hinaga just saying, "I'm very sorry, my friends. It is a horrible thing to have happened." And you hear the other one going, "What the hell are we supposed to do now?" And Sumihime hated us. There's no way.
Sounds like one of the suitors in there.
Hear a groan from the other one, a third voice in the room that sounds like he has a headache.
Oh, this is gonna be funny.
Well, I'll give it a bit and I'll knock.
Voices will stop, but Hinaga will say, "Ah, yes, well, here he is. Please, Elias, is that you? Come in."
Yes, it is.
I'm here too.
"Oh,
I'm here
I-
3.
Ah, Jesus. where'd you go from?
half of our party as well. I hoped you wouldn't mind. Not that I could really stop them.
Oh no, of course.
Well,
Come in, everyone. Good to see you.
well, I was the only one
Everyone's-
that actually asked to come with you, Elias. These two just showed up.
How's everyone's training been going? You all ready for the test tomorrow?
Ready as can be, I think.
Pretty swell so far. June will close the doors behind her.
Well, let me introduce you to my friends here. This is Ide Notokata. Notoka. Not actually read their names yet. And Wan Yao. Oh, they are from the Unicorn Clan. I believe you may have met before, Elias. He just sort of like he seems to be stabbing in the dark, but has an eyebrow raised.
I don't think we've met, but you were two of Lady Simihibe's suitors, weren't you?
You see them kind of blush and like look ashamed. I say yes. Well, we tried.
Hmm.
I swear
About as
that
much as
place
you
is
can do.
haunted or something. There's some strange things going on, but perhaps it was not meant to be.
Maybe. The
Isn't
gods
it like
seem
a-
to have a cruel sense of humor.
Is there like a fight between two of the suitors or something?
One shrugs and just goes, maybe. Might have been me. I honestly don't remember. And you can see he's got a lump on his head from, I'm pretty sure that's the guy he knocked out.
And June just gives a side look to everybody else.
That's
But embarrassments aside, our daimyo has been killed today, and honestly, we are not entirely sure what to do about it. That is why we've come to speak with Master Tenshiro, hoping he would be able to help.
Can I make an insight or I guess investigation as to what they're really looking for, like in terms of help? How could Tenjiro help them?
Give an insight for that one.
Cool. That is a 27.
Yeah, so you would know that Hinaga's not only got uh, money and he has influence, and he is the Topaz champion, which gives him quite a lot of authority. He also you know he's got a reputation as being quite helpful. I mean, he's helped you a lot, quite a bit. Also, he comes from similar lands close by, and he has probably had a relationship like with the Unicorn Clan for a while, as you have discussed that with him as well. They seem to have just come to him because he's like the most high-ranking member that they might be able to call on at this point, and have come to him for advice, especially after the embarrassment with Lady Sumihime. Um, and it seems there aren't that many other Unicorn Clan members here other than the Genpuku participants. So Hinago just seems to be one of their best bets.
Well,
You will hear him say, as you're kind of trying to suss this out, he'll say, yes, well, hopefully we can organize these lads somewhere to stay that's a little safer than the Matsu estate, as things there have been a little tense. I heard they're even pointing fingers, and he gives you guys a look as though he knows who they're accusing, but doesn't want to bring that up while you're in the room with these two.
Well, funnily enough, I've come to, well, not shed light on the issue, but speak about it. I'm not. I'm just talking to the two unicorn guys. I'm not sure how familiar you are with me, but I worked as a private investigator for most of my life, and of course, I did what I do best: investigated. And, well, would it be wise to trust you to tell you what I've learned? And I'll sort of also like side eye Hinaga as a question of, should I tell them what I've learned? Even though he doesn't, I don't think he knows.
He's quite invested. He's like leaning forward to hear what you're gonna tell them. The two of them look at each other as as though they're not entirely sure what you're getting at, um, with being able to trust them, and they'll nod. So, like, yes, there's. I mean, we have information about what happened to our daimyo. Please, we're desperate.
Well, bluntly, it is. It's mostly an unknown situation, but I can say with utmost confidence that your daimyo is still alive. The residue found at the estate is not of him in any part, but of the spell that teleported him. Now, of course, where he's gone, who's done it, I can't say for sure, but I have suspects, and this is the part where I need your trust and confidentiality. Some of them are officials here, specifically in the Matsu estate.
You'll see them look back at each other and one go, "Oh, I told you there was something up those Matsu ones." That is wonderful news. If he's alive, perhaps we could scry on him and find out where he's been taken. We'll do our best to try and find him. Thank you. So, who are you exactly? I mean, why is it that you are looking into this? Were you hired the Lion Clan?
No, Elias Alder. Again, private investigator, but now I've taken to becoming a samurai, and well, I couldn't sleep with a good conscience if I hadn't at least tried to figure out what happened. And given what I've found so far, I think it might actually be slightly dire.
Hmm. And also, everybody's sussing the Dragon Clan, and we're affiliated with them. So,
One will point at you, Elias, and say, "Wait, Alder? Aren't you the kid that the Shira clan or the Shira's been looking for?"
Yes.
Ah, your posters up all over Kanasa. What did you do to piss Shira off?
I had the audacity to find the son of Shira, deliver it to him safely, and ask to leave their organization.
Hinaga looks at you and he says, "Actually, Elias, I think there might be some new information that you and I should discuss. Perhaps more in private. I don't think that's the only reason they have taken issue with you."
I'll just give him a nod, but also. I'll give him a nod to say, like, I have an idea of what else.
Yeah, he'll kind of like realize the look you're giving him and then just say, "He's not with them anymore, so don't worry about it, friends." As he turns back to the Unicorn Clan. Says, Elias here has been doing quite well recently. I'm quite proud, if I must say so myself.
Now, I would love to continue my investigation, but of course, I lack, well, authority and time at the moment. But I think maybe we can work together in the future. I have places I want to go, and one of them is Kanasa, and with everything going on, I think it may be best if we cooperate on that.
The two guys will say, if you can, I mean, you have given us valuable information today. If you could help us find our daimyo, and if this information proves true, you will have the unicorn support in a fight against Konasa, or against Shira, as it were. They have overstepped their bounds, and the alliance is weak. I believe a time may come for change very soon.
Glad to hear.
Well, if we can find the daimyo, that is, it's his plans, honestly.
I'm sure in whatever case, he'll come back to you alive.
We will tell him that you helped us. Thank you. And then they sort of realize the rest of you standing around and say, oh, which clan did you say you were with now?
Blue Dragon.
Oh, an interesting choice, Mr. Elder. And the one in front of you, June, kind of looks up at you nervously. Just he looks scared just by the name of that. Also, you've got quite a presence at the moment.
Yeah, June just gives a small wink. Oh, wait, how does it? Someone? I guess you could see her eyes like under the mask, but yeah, she gives them a small wink.
Oh, in total truth, it wasn't mostly my choice. I've sort of been driven out of Kanata after the ordeal, so I couldn't really go to any. Well, I couldn't try to speak to any unicorn officials, and my first contact with the Blue Dragon clan is Tenchiro. So, I suppose it's only natural.
Both kind of give Tentra a look, and he just smiles and shrugs as though, like, what? You're being tied up in the Blue Dragon clan, and he just shrugs, but they don't actually say anything. They just exchange looks.
But fear not, I suppose it sounds not very trustworthy coming from the mouth of a Blue Dragon clan, soon to be samurai, but I'm trying to do good.
Sorry, I missed that last part. Say,
Just trying to do good, despite appearances.
they'll both give you a short bow, just and just say thank you. We do appreciate it. For the record, we believe what you're saying is definitely something up with that Lion Clan. So, meanwhile, what are the rest of you doing as you just kind of as they're having this conversation? Are you guys standing gonna look tough, or what are you guys?
Yeah, June's just brooding in the corner, adding to the conversation every now and then.
Sakura's kind of just zoned out. trying to figure out the divine light stuff.
Sakura is in her mind palace for now.
Yeah.
This
Wondering than you. Basically, you've been teleport.
the two men will say, "Well, we will not keep you from your business, Tenshiro. Thank you very much for your help. We will talk again soon." And he says, "Good luck to the two of you. I will see you later." And they are going to head downstairs, go get a drink.
So, yeah, just like to Tendro. Yeah, I thought they knew about you and the Blue Dragon thing. My bad.
No, don't worry. Those two are not so sharp. I'm sure they'll have forgotten most of this conversation by tomorrow. Was there something you needed help with? Seems you're all looking well, ready and rested.
Just, I've hit a roadblock in my investigation. We have suspects, but one of them is an Elven monk that disappeared without a trace. Not that I've looked into it, but I assume he has. And the other is not someone I can really interrogate, not legally anyway.
Well, perhaps it is better that you focus on your survival test for now. We can look into things a little while you're gone, but the information you've provided is definitely curious. I wonder if maybe these damned cats know anything. Heard they've got all the assassins in town, but elves? Not really welcome around here.
Funny thing. I was just about to say that.
None of you happen to know any elves that. I mean, there aren't that many that show their face, and not that many that are monks either. Perhaps there's a monastery that might know who he is.
He was also supposedly a staff member of the Matsu estate.
Sorry, can you bring your mic closer again?
But yeah, he was also supposedly a staff member of the Matsu estate.
Oh, well, that's definitely bullshit. There's no way they're hiring elves at a samurai estate. Daimyo would never allow it. I wonder. There are few who can infiltrate these kinds of places, and even fewer who can get the best of a daimyo. This must be someone of great power. I will definitely be sure to look into it. It is to be expected that there will be certain people trying to work out their grudges in the shadows at an event like this with all the clans gathered. But it will be the contestants that they'll take a lot of this out on, as your success is going to determine the success of your clan in the coming months. So keep an eye out. They could be putting a target on your back.
Yeah, still couldn't figure out a motive why they to get rid of the Unicorn Clan daimyo.
It's a good question. I mean, in all honesty, if he's been teleported, small chance he just did it himself. I mean, he does like to travel. Somehow, the timing seems a little. I don't know. It feels bigger than just some prank, you know?
Hmm.
The Lion Clan daimyo said the same thing.
Perhaps the Matsu are trying to start a rebellion. If they're involved, attacking daimyo is certainly a move. I'll see what I can find out. I'm sure someone will have had to have left trail somewhere. Keep yours out as well. Your eyes, I mean.
Always. Well, that's all I've got. If anyone else has anything.
Nope, just wanted to say hi.
Well, one last thing before you go. Elias, you seem to be aware of one of Shira's reasonings for coming after you. I'm not sure how
Yes.
much you know.
Well, I know he was trying to get the water elemental under his thumb. And, well, I think they're a bit mad it's with me now.
Well, yes, I may have forgotten if we discussed it before, but that's basically what I wanted to put out there. There's going to be targets on your back already for things like that. This situation is not going to make it any easier. Watch yourselves out there. We don't want those things getting out, running around, and Shira may take this opportunity.
Actually, I have one more question. How is a keeper of an elemental chosen?
Oh, well,
Right.
that has been done in different ways by different clans. Some clans try to keep it within the clan, and it becomes somewhat of a weapon for the clan, much like the Blue Dragon clan Zenoga, which was raised by by Daichi himself. Some of these beasts were sealed a long time ago and have been passed down within one family or another. But unfortunately, they have led to many battles, and people have been fighting over them for ages. Many have been lost and moved around. It seems our friend Daichi has been gathering them up himself. Mostly keepers end up in the arenas and just become champions of those given arenas, but they have not been that active in recent years. Shira was clearly going try and take the Leviathan. I think their intention was to give it to one of their sons, but it seems you were the one to receive it instead. So it was intentional. Perhaps they thought they could use you, or it could have been an utter mistake. These things tend to pass hands when the
Okay, I'm sorry.
current keeper
Give me 1
dies.
second. Sorry.
Well, I mean, this would be information for the rest of you. Like Estrella, the way you got yours, you would know that when he died, it sort of sparked over to you. There wasn't much of a sealing process. But there's generally this idea that if you kill the keeper, you become the new keeper.
Yeah, Jin just gives a small look to Sakura.
She looks confusedly back at you.
Knocked on the door.
Like, just snapping out of her own little world in her head.
Mm. I wonder how you just hear her voice in your head, and she says, "I wonder how we got our elementals."
Yeah. She replies in your head. I don't know. Well, I unlocked mine by putting my face in bright water.
Fair enough.
How did you get you?
That's complicated.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Literally, put your face in dark water. Not that much more complicated. Maybe
So
a little
are
bit
we
more involved. To be fair.
are we the only ones without inner beast things that they were talking about?
We have a bit of a more complicated one, don't we?
Yeah. Anyway, do you want to bond with me? You might die permanently though.
What?
You know what? We can talk about it later.
I can just imagine this conversation going on. You just see these odd looks going between them, and then when she says that, Jin just goes, "What?"
What the hell?
Just out loud. What?
No. In each other's heads. You know?
No, Jin
'Cause
literally
that's
says,
normal
"What?"
for us.
Yeah,
Oh.
what? Literally says, "What?"
I can just turn and see. Oh,
Like mid
are you
conversation.
all right, Lady June?
Oh, sorry, nothing.
I can
Just in
clarify
my
if
will.
you need more explanation. And he carries on with lore dump of how these things are transferred.
Yeah, I'll explain it to you in details. And then you can decide of your own volition.
I can't believe June's gonna be the first person you go for. Go for all,
Well,
after all your guys fighting. It's fun.
I've chosen like 2 people already, but I'm not gonna force them, you know? Because, like, it says that you need to bond with people close to you, so she's kind of gonna ask the 2 people closest to her. And if they don't want to, then it is what it is.
Well, we'll see. Maybe we can get into some of that now. As yeah, Elias Hinaga basically. I think the only thing you missed there was that these things are transferred when the keeper dies. So often, the idea is that if you kill the keeper of an elemental, you become the new keeper.
Gotcha. Hmm.
Wait, so Sakura
How
is
the
trying
fuck
to
did I
become the
kill?
only Highlander.
What?
Yeah, wow, that's a stretch. There can be only one, and she's trying to achieve eternal oneness. But I don't get what you got. But yeah, is there anything else you want to discuss with Hinaga, or are you guys going to head out there as it is getting on a little?
Oh, I finished tagging along, so
I've now got nothing.
At the moment, Sakura's kind of just mindlessly following the party around.
Like a good
Right, yeah,
introvert.
all absorbed in your own stuff as we'll hop over to the dojo where Jerry is. And yeah, Jerry, what are you up to as you approach that sushi shop and dojo?
I'll head into the dojo and see if there is anyone inside.
Yeah, you'll see um, Hinaga's actual conic form is sitting there, and he will greet you as you arrive. Ah, I didn't think I'd be seeing you, Jerry. I believe your friends are all up the tavern.
Yeah, they're probably still working on the investigation. I don't really care for it.
Sorry, everything's frozen.
Yeah.
He'll say,
It's
"Oh,
fine.
yes, terrible business with the daimyo. But more important matters for you at hand. Trial tomorrow. Are you all prepared? Got plans in action already?"
Well, it's actually why I'm here. I was looking to see if there's anyone here to train with before, and there's still more than a few hours.
Oh, I'd be happy to help you if you've got something uh, specific you'd like to try out.
Not really. I think it's normal spar, I guess. As normal as it gets with the elementals and everything.
Ah, newfound abilities. Well, suppose I'll stay in this form then. As you see him just take a few steps forward and face you as he steps forward, seemingly ready to spar with you, and he'll give you a nod and a
Not sure where my
There's-
temp HP went from the meditation.
Most likely update.
Ah,
That
That's
did
good.
that also did fine. That
ah, try and switch off the auto update thing. Seto, at this point in the evening, are you just chilling up on the mountain, or are you going to be coming back into the city as well?
Probably just gonna be chilling until the night falls, and then I'm gonna slowly come back without any rush.
You will find a nice looking tree that's sort of pulled over the side of the cliff, and a nice grassy patch to meditate underneath as the sun goes down, and you just take in all that you have learned and, yeah, prepare yourself for the days ahead.
I'll pull both my swords and get into fighting stance.
You'll see him kind of grin as he says, "Ah, this ought to be interesting. Whenever you're ready, let's see what you've got." And yeah, why not? Let's just straight up roll for initiative. When it lights.
Yeah, I think some error popped up earlier. Oh, it shows the roll now. Higher than 10. And I use it on the duel.
I can actually, I'm gonna show you guys because you can actually see the statistics of your rolls. It's been tracking them for a while now, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, specifically on initiative rolls, I don't have a lot of higher than 10s.
When you look at the damage rolls, it's insane. But yeah, it looks like as you kind of come rushing towards him, he's going to swing a tail at you, begin, and just try and knock you off balance right at the start of the fight.
I have a stupid idea. Oh, definitely hits. I'll use. I don't think it's here. The Counter-Strike one.
There may be some jutsu I haven't put on yet. I think it is.
Yeah,
It's-
so he's not rolling for damage. It deals all the damage he wants, and then I can immediately cast a jutsu of B rank or lower. And it's a combo piece, and it's a combo. Oh, Counter Strike, there it is.
so it's only when you take the damage.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so yeah, you react to that as you get hit, and you can bust it.
You just realize that D&D Beyond is good for one thing, and that everything is actually like organized in ranks.
I've tried to do that on your.
yeah. So yeah. Oh wait, are they actually? Oh, if they are organized, okay. Then
They
that
should be in
actually work.
order. It just I had to tell them that they were different spell levels, but it should be in order on your sheet unless it's sorted them differently. Yeah, you'll see this tail just come swiping in, and Barry just catch it under your arm. You take the impact ribs, but you just see a slight dust move at your feet as you just stop the tail dead, and he kind of looks at you, his eyes wide, like there's no way you should have been able to stop that attack.
I used Heavenly Punishment. So I roll 1d4 plus 1 and then make attacks equal to the roll. And I cannot score a crit. Or does
Okay,
it
yeah,
have to
let's see.
be... No, it can be any. Yeah, it can be any jutsu. Because it's an action or... Okay, yeah. That checks out.
Yeah, so roll the other formula should be 1d4.
5 attacks.
Yeah. This is gonna be the like Hulk versus Loki, just smash, smash.
Yeah, but who's who here?
Well, you've got him by the tail, so let's see what you're gonna do.
Yeah, just attacks. Oh, it's X for the ability. There we go. Swing. I hit. And we'll try to Divine Smite it. I don't know how I... Oh, it's Topaz. You probably take it. Yeah. Okay, he damaged him. He just didn't show the damage.
Jesus. 54 points of damage there.
Another attack. 18. Hit. Can't believe I haven't used this jutsu earlier. Another 63.
Holy
Fuck, how are you hitting him so hard?
I have
Where's
like
the plus
plus
48 from?
Divine Smite.
Oh, I see. I thought this was just your regular attack. I was like, there's no way.
No.
Dude. Like, I know you're strong, but damn.
How many slots do I have? So that I'm not just overusing. I have 2. Okay, so now it's 3d8. And then the fourth one. Hit. Fucking hell.
You guys in the tavern, as you're busy, Hinaga's like saying goodbye to you. You see him suddenly explode into a puff of smoke as he cannot keep up the concentration on the clone anymore, and the clone just dissipates.
Okay, that's still his turn. It was the reaction on my end.
Jesus. Oh, you nearly half hit points as a
Already
reaction.
injured.
He's a fucking ancient dragon, dude. Okay. So yeah, that's he made one attack. Then let me see. He's like he is frightened at this point. Uh, his frightful presence does go off, though. I think you're probably immune to being
I'm
frightened.
immune to frightened, yeah.
Nice. So then he's going to bring the claws in this.
Yeah, the chances of him missing me are very low. But the chances of me missing him is also very low, so it cancels out. No reactions here.
What does it actually look like as I'm rolling these attacks? What did it look like? Your reaction?
Just like smacked the tail against me. I grabbed it and just stabbed him 5 times because he's like, I don't know, 30 times bigger than I am. Stab his tail a lot, might come off.
Well,
This
it's
rate.
gonna be like that. And you'll see him rear back as he swings at you just to kind of push you back to the end of his tail, and then he's gonna breathe down on you.
Yeah, so a quick question: the Vermilion arts, do they be applied at the moment?
No, you need to spend an action to
I
unlock the
have, I
dormant
have.
beast.
Oh, and then they activate. Okay.
And then you get like +2 to your strength and dexterity scores, and you
I
get
meant
access
because
to
I
those.
took to, oh yeah, get access to the passives when I activate the.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
I know they're not always there as
yeah,
passive.
that makes a lot more sense.
No, otherwise that would be insane. But, yeah, it's not
Yeah,
that hard to access.
Constitution. Yeah, 27.
Constitution, that is a save.
I hope so.
Okay, roll it now, but just roll with advantage so that you probably do.
I need
Otherwise,
to
it takes
roll
the damage.
again. Okay, I'll roll again. I am also resistant to necrotic.
Didn't register your reaction.
Oh, he did take my damage. He said 18 damage.
Yeah. Cool.
He immediately, yeah.
Yeah, that gets reduced down to 18. That is his turn, taking us to you. Uh, as, yeah, he looks frightened and
So we spend like 2 sessions without the jutsus, and I don't remember any of the combos anymore.
yeah, they should have the little tags on ones that are.
I'll go with all reliable breath of flash, breath of thunder flash. And I
Like
think
that's
that
already become all reliable.
hey, it's an easy combo activator.
Yeah.
I just have to hit. Wait, is a combo?
I don't think it is. There's another one, Heaven Cutter or something, that is the one that hits them up into the air. So this one is like one like teleports you with
Yeah, it bounces
lightning
between enemies.
to attack.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you doing as you see Inshiro disappear where you are?
Wait a second. Feel 10.
You check the ground for old flakes, but there's nothing.
Maybe he was imaginary this whole time.
Where are all of my combo ones?
What if the
Why when I need them the most?
Jazz champion
They
gets
leave.
defense with it?
Oh, there it is. It's a combo one. Yeah, I'll just use this one. Earthly Smash. So I don't roll for damage yet. Make a contested athletics or acrobatics for him. If he fails, he takes double damage. If he fails, the next one.
Okay, hold on. I'll make acrobatics. Right?
Or athletics, whichever he wants. Oh man, I should have raged.
Yeah, I'm actually just run it this way.
Damn.
I'm actually surprised at how close he came. Yeah, you see, he's got some serious strength as well. Not enough.
Well, he needs to make a dexterity save now. DC 20. Or take damage and fall prone.
Yeah, it fails.
He takes a whopping. Wait, it should be critical because it's double damage. Ah, the weapon damage, so just add 2d6. Just the weapon damage.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm
it's
not
plus
sure if
modif-
all of these things actually roll the right damage. Yeah.
No, he rolled the damage properly just without doubling it because it doesn't require all the proper rolls. But a lot of damage because it doesn't say without the modifier. And because it's a combo, now I'll use and he's prone if he's falling prone. I really want to use Hell
Yeah.
on Earth on him, but I don't want to destroy
Yeah,
the
you
dojo.
smash him down into the ground. Yeah. This is the straight up Hulk smash into the ground that I was thinking of.
You know what? I'm going to nuke. Not enough. I want to nuke.
Oh my god, you're gonna kill Tenjiro.
Hell on Earth. Okay, if he's gonna die, then I will not kill him.
Hey, I mean, go for it. It's just this is a sparring fight. Jesus. Oh wait, I think
Okay.
it added his damage twice. Before you roll damage on
I think
that. Yeah,
it.
there we go.
Yeah, accidentally did that. Cool. So he's prone, and it's a finisher. So I raise my hand to the sky as light begins glowing on my hand, and I tend to smack him into hell. So it's an attack. It shouldn't be that high because it's -3 because it's a I believe Taijutsu is unarmed, right?
What do you mean?
Taijutsu attack.
Taijutsu is just a melee. Yeah.
Oh, melee.
Yeah, it does mean unarmed.
Okay then. -3 and advantage. Boom.
So yeah, it depends. Taijutsu generally means unarmed, but it depends on the jutsu. Some of them you might be able to make a case that it's
It's
Kujutsu
okay.
means with a weapon and Taijutsu means unarmed.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's the first damage. Yeah, that's not the first. It's the second damage. You should be taking this damage first, no matter what. Wait, he needs to make a save to see if he dodges. Okay, then wait. Disadvantage. Does he get disadvantage on dex saves when he's prone?
I think so. That's why I rolled it. Doesn't matter.
This was the second damage, so I'll roll the first damage. 10d12 plus
What?
plus 18. It's like an it's S rank, okay? Ekron
Yeah,
gave this to me, and
just
I will use it.
no, it's cool. I just don't. We got to describe what these things look like. 'Cause a lot of them are like, okay, you destroy everything in
Yeah,
like
I
10-mile radius.
I raised my hand to the sky, and like the clouds part away, and my hand begins to glow as I attempt to punch him straight to hell. So he takes the 139 damage, and then everything within a radius. What's the range though? Oh, 60-foot sphere. I might have killed everyone in the area.
Well, the dojo is definitely destroyed. I don't think it's, that's basically the size of the dojo.
Okay, cool. So only he takes, if he failed, extra 130. So 269 on this one, on the Hell on Earth.
Okay, well, that
Yeah, I
is
know.
going to take him down.
Yay.
So, how do you want to do this? As you basically drill punch him all the way. I mean, further down than maybe it does go all the way to hell. I don't know.
Yeah, this is that I attempt to. It's not literally sends him there, but
I think you succeed. You've done enough damage.
well, I just I punch him really hard and he falls, and I try to shake him awake. And if he's not
Yeah, so
like awaking, I'll use lay on hands. It doesn't say it actually kills it. Like I don't know if it's an NPC that just dies
yeah, no,
immediately
it's
or
fine. Well, I'll let you lay on hands to stop him. As yeah, you've punched this dragon down into the like so far into the earth that there is now a crater where the dojo used to be, and the sushi shop is like practically destroyed by all the debris and things that hit it. As we just see, well, as you're standing there in the rubble and in the smoke of what is left, um, you just see a little face pop out from the sushi shop, just seeing you standing in front of this hole in the ground, as you kind of go down to go and help Hinaga, as he is completely out cold, smoldering conic corpse down at the bottom.
hey, still with me? I'll give him all of my 50 lay on hands.
Oh, hey, what the fuck, Jerry? Oh,
Sorry,
hey, remind me never to spar with you again.
I'm still getting used to this. Settle blinded us all. He's not any better.
No, these places repair themselves, but as he looks up to the hole up above, I don't know how much damage they can actually cause. Your generation's insane. You know, I won in the arenas as he tries to start pulling himself up out of the hole. He says, and I'll tell you, I don't think I could ever hit anyone that hard. Where did you learn to do that?
Can say I made a deal with the devil.
Oh, 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 don't make me laugh. Well, that makes sense. I'm gonna head back to the tavern and have a real drink after that. You join me?
Yeah, let me just pay for the damages of the sushi place.
Oh, good idea. Don't worry though. Everything in Nishisawa repairs itself eventually. And he looks back at the crater and he goes, "So I've heard."
They have to build a new dojo because they just couldn't get rid of the crater.
I just get to the sushi place, place like 5 obu on the table, and leave. Sorry. Oh wait, it's to the top.
Yeah, you just see them wide-eyed, like take the coke and just hide back behind the desk. As yeah, we go back to the city map, and well, I guess are you heading to the tap?
Yeah, I'll head to the tavern. Feel bad
Yes.
for him now.
I mean, he'll be nursing some broken ribs as he turns back into humanoid form and walks with you, and he keeps going on and on about how he's never actually been hit that hard. He's very impressed. But you can head into the tavern there. We will rejoin everyone there. As Seto, are you spending the night on the mountain? You might be away.
He's
Oh,
muted.
I'm not away. I'm here. Sorry. I probably would. I wouldn't spend the night on the mountain. I'd probably just come back in the city slowly as the night falls.
Cool. You want to join the others at the tavern as they seem to be there in the evening?
Yeah, sure.
So well, you'll see Hinaga and Jerry approaching it as you run back into town, and you'll see Hinaga looking like he's hurt, but is laughing as he walks along with Jerry.
Jerry, what did you do?
Well, you went off somewhere. I decided to spar, but I might have taken it a bit too far.
Well, I'm glad I did. I
Yeah,
guess
you
he
might.
didn't learn yet.
The sushi place is closed next to the dojo, at least
Oh
for a
wait,
bit.
what the fuck? Why?
Don't ask. I just continue walking.
Excuse the blood spatter. Just have to bring him back.
Okay.
But yeah, you can see him kind of limping. Because if you've been training with Jerry, I'm very excited to see what you guys can do in the upcoming. It's quite something, you know.
I mean, can do you believe Jerry could become a champion?
Honestly, he's just kind of a shoe-in. I wonder if the other countries are training up their contestants for the Iranian Games as well. I think this challenge will probably not test you that much. But I don't know. Maybe it's your whole generation. Maybe I'm just getting old.
As Elias comes out of the room, he sees Tenshiro down there, and just looks back and forth, just huh?
Oh, sorry about that, Elias. Had to step out and help your friend here. Won't be doing it again anytime soon, though. Bartender, a few bottles of sake, please.
Drinking. Oh, we finally came to the drinking part. Yay.
Jerry, you don't seem to be a very popular sparring partner.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Kinaga looks like he lost a fight with I guess a Jerry. Hmm.
You're not wrong.
Jerry will not say anything else because he doesn't want to embarrass a champion. Especially not the part where he beat him in like 10 seconds.
I just can't help but wonder what everyone else's reaction in the bar is.
I can just imagine all their jewels on the floor right now.
Everybody's like, we're not fucking with this cunt tomorrow. Or they might believe that it's all a ploy for tomorrow's test and we're trying to scare them.
It's a win-win situation in my book.
I don't know if you can hear me. Sorry, everything's a bit frozen at the moment.
I can hear you now.
You will see that there are a few. There's the people from the Unicorn clan. There's some Scorpion clan members and some Phoenix clan members, and they are all definitely looking at you as you walk in. But the Scorpion clan guys will raise their glasses to you and give a nod as though, like, they seem to be giving you some kind of respect, but everyone else is just looking at Inchuro's reaction and wondering what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I'll raise my glass like towards them and down it.
Inaga will pay for these ones for sure. And
Sure, I don't mind.
okay, so sorry, there I should be back now. Yeah, Inaga will share a few things with you guys, and he will emphasize that it seems like you're definitely ready if that's what Jerry can do, and if all of you are have been training together, he's sure that you will quite well in the coming tests. Though still, not to underestimate your opponents out there. They might be a little more ready than he was. Yeah, you will also see Seto. You will notice that the Phoenix clan members, one of them there is the Sheba woman that you saw before. But yeah, might mean something a bit different now with the eye that you've unlocked.
Understood.
But yeah, you guys sit, have a couple of drinks, and you know that about 8:30, and the following morning will be beginning your trial. So last night to eat before you have to eat your own food.
Yeah, we'd like to buy some spell components if we get the time before tomorrow.
But we can say, I mean, we joined you a little bit later after everyone else went to the tavern, so we can say you were doing that on your way to the dojo.
Yeah, I'll buy enough components to cast Revivify 2 times.
What the hell?
What? You said
What?
egg.
I
If
have
you're going diamond-
Revivify. Yeah.
I'm preparing.
You said egg.
I don't have the egg spell. I can take it, but I'm not going to buy eggs for the egg spell. I can forge. I can forge for food.
You've lied to us. You've betrayed our trust.
Kill me then.
I'll say because it is
Don't
the
think I
last
could.
day and diamonds would be in high demand for that kind of thing. You can give me an investigation check to see if you find any diamonds worth enough for Revivify.
Yes, I'm good with investigating with my 8.
No, unfortunately, you don't find any diamonds with an 8. You take a look around. There's a lot of jewelry on sale. Nothing worth much. This all seems pretty cheap, and it seems like as you're going to the stores that sell adventuring gear and stuff like that, a lot of them seem like they've been cleaned out. Like the other samurai have probably been repairing, buying up a lot of equipment and things, and it seems like you have been too late to get diamonds. All the most expensive ones in town seem to have sold out.
Oh man, well, nothing else I can do about it.
Sorry, low roll there.
I might have a different idea, but we'll see when it. We'll get there when when I need them.
There's definitely other ways of getting diamonds other than buying them. Hey, I don't know if you want to go robbing nobles.
I'm suggesting we taking some poor soul and just compress him enough to basically turn him into a diamond. That's what you suggest.
Honestly, Jerry probably could just crush a commoner into a diamond. He's got the strength now. Naga says, I can give you all the topaz you want. Unfortunately, I'm fresh out of diamonds.
Oh, that's a shame.
So, are you guys gonna do your last meal and then head off to bed, or is there still stuff you'd like to do in the city?
Yeah, I'll be heading to bed afterwards.
Yeah, Jin's gonna have a few sake and then to bed as well.
Sakura wants to talk to June and Seto before they go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
She'll
Seto
kind of.
Seto would stay for an extra after everybody is gone, and
Okay.
would tell everybody that he'll meet them later or first thing morning.
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys could have that discussion, yeah, while you're eating and drinking. Sakura.
Uh,
Naga will leave you guys alone and go nurse his wounds upstairs with a few bottles of sake.
Poor Hina. She doesn't really know how to start this conversation. She'll kind of just be like, so when I was at the daimyo today, he showed me. Well, my dad told him, and then he told me how to awaken this power in me, and so I put my head in, my face in bright glowing water, and now I have
Did
awakened.
you put your head in face? Wait, sorry, can you repeat that?
in bright glowing water, yes. Completely safe. I'm fine. I saw the celestial realm. It was interesting. But anyway, I have this power now. I wanted to ask if you would bond with me. It would mean I give a part of myself to you. I can't remember. Wait, just give me a second.
Seto, while she's looking this up, give me a perception check, please. As you're busy talking to her and you like face to face having a
I'll just. Can I give him my reroll, my other reroll of the day?
I'll say you can give him advantage because you're
Yes, yes.
explaining this thing to him, so you don't have to spend anything. But
Okay.
I'll
Wait
have
a
advantage.
second.
Let's see if it helps.
Sakura is trying to make a Horcrux.
I feel like that's essentially what it is.
It's pretty close, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Seto, you will notice, and Sakura, you can sort of describe them however you like. You will notice that there are markings on Sakura's body that weren't there before. They seem quite faint at this point. It's almost like there are tattoos hidden on her skin that will light up when you actually use these abilities. Whether that's the tattoos that you already have, will probably also. It's up to you what these markings look like, Sakura. Seto, you will notice them, and I'll say because it's you, you will notice she's got like a white circle on the palm of her hand that is, it's like a moon.
Oh shit.
Does June also have something similar?
June has like a black crescent moon on her hand.
Yeah, I think she also gets the tattoo thing.
Yeah, you would get that, but it would also appear as those like black tears on your mask that kind of adds to the design of your mask as well as whatever the tattoo design.
Yeah, her regular snake tattoos are actually completely the colors probably taken completely out, and they're completely black now.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, essentially, she wants to give you a piece, not like a physical piece of herself, like a finger or anything, but like a piece of her soul, her spirit, and that will add to her power. But she does say that if you die, there is no way to bring you back. Well, actually, that's a good mechanical question. Because Seto is the Phoenix, would he still be able to come back if he died through the Phoenix, or would this negate that?
It's the spell. It's basically the soul split.
Yeah, the whole Phoenix thing is beyond what you actually know and understand. It would probably be an effect on top of that, because I think that's the part of you that you have shared with them taking effect. So it's like the Phoenix is kind of doing the same thing with Seto in a way. Yours is more controlled and within your power.
Okay. So yeah, it's risky, but I think you also get more health. Not that you need more health. Yeah, you seal one hit die and chakra die into the creature in question.
What's a hit
So we'll
die?
just make that at one hit die.
Okay.
But basically, when you gather chakra, Seto, you would then get 19. But Sakura, you would only get 17.
Yeah.
Ooh. So you get less chakra then.
So she's actually sharing a part of herself and the chakra. Like that's bear that in mind that you can only do this so many times before you will actually start to wither away.
Yeah.
But you can have up 10. That would be the highest level in that class mod.
Yeah. I think for now she'll probably only trust 2 people with parts of herself. Because I think if they die, then it's permanently gone. But
Well,
yeah.
look, Sucker, if you trust me enough to give me a part of it, I won't hold back.
Yeah. Jun and Seto are like her most like Jun and her have their disagreements, but I do feel like they have a bond. And then Seto for obvious reasons. They've like been close ever since Iron tragically had death befall him.
When Sakura says tragically with a laugh behind it, it's so much more sinister. It's so tragic.
so tragic, it makes her giggle.
Yeah, such a terrible thing that happened to him.
Yeah, there was
I get it. Sometimes you got to laugh through the trauma. I understand.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, in other words, she's offering a part of herself to her closest friends. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really know what else they get out of it besides hit points. Like, it doesn't seem like a very fair deal. Like, you know, if I'll give you a part of myself, but if you die, there's no way to bring you back. But in return, you'll get extra hit dice, you know? So I don't know if this. I think that's it. So she doesn't really know how to convince them that this is a good deal.
Seto just gonna grab. He's gonna grab his glaive, and he's gonna turn it, and on the handle there's gonna be the knot. And he's just gonna tell you. I mean, you already gave me one bond.
No.
I mean, if you need anything else, it's fine. You know, I'll always take it.
I love
Doesn't really matter the
He's
risk.
so sweet. But yes, the I think you have to choose what you share, what you give. I think she'll just place, like, essentially just part of her spirit, in Seto, but attached to that. I don't know if she loses if she gives someone memories, whether she loses them herself.
No, it's like you encode them like a message.
Okay. Then she gives part of her spirit in and encodes in it like her best memories with Seto. It's like,
Which you'll remember, he was the first one you actually met there as you were
yeah,
sitting outside the room, and it's like all the best memories from that moment forward. Are there any in particular that stand out?
well, particularly that moment when she came back and they were just crying and hugging. That was
Aww.
that was a very emotional moment. And also him comforting her after killing Iron and her mom and stuff. He's just been a constant source of comfort for her. You know?
When you do this, you leave a mark, so it's a bonus action to actually do. You are mark them with the light seal, and what does that actually look like as you leave this mark on Seto and share a piece of yourself?
The first thing that comes to mind is kind of like a wild tree image, but kind of a Sakura version of a wild tree. Something like that. Because I feel like this power probably does come from her family. Well, that's kind of what I gathered. So I feel like it would be fitting for it to link back to her father.
Yeah. So that, like, part of that cherry blossom tree that is, you have now learned, is an extension of both the father and divine tree, the world tree itself. Yeah, that you share that with Seto. As Seto, you gain a hit die and can roll. Hold on. Yeah, so you can roll that hit die as your Constitution modifier, as though you just gained hit die from a level, and add that to your hit points.
Ooh.
So yeah,
So our max hit points, right?
Sakura, I will say, to the point of they can't be like resurrected. What you've essentially done by doing this is remove them from the cycle of being dragged into the river Styx, because the river Styx is the world tree, as you discovered through your travel through time. The branches of the world tree are those rivers that you were traveling on. It's all kind of interconnected thing, and now what that means is that if Seto were to die, is like fully dead, he would not be taken to hell, to Avernus, or would not be taken to ever Lorifax has been taking the souls. You have now saved his soul from being claimed by Lorifax upon death.
Okay, yeah, that makes me feel a bit better.
Oh, you won't. Found it.
um. Yeah. But yeah, now they are bonded, and I kind of imagine it would be like a warm, fuzzy feeling. I mean, it's divine life. I don't think it would be painful or anything for either of them. I kind of
Seto,
imagine it's quite a heartwarming thing.
and powerful. Seto, I mean, for Naruto reference, this is what it gives Guy after using that ability that I think you have access to. That is this mark that she's putting on you. If you know what I'm talking about.
Wait, who gives who?
That Naruto gives Guy after he uses the night guy or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, oh. Okay, I understand what the hell is going on now.
Yeah, that doesn't
Oh.
need to mean anything. It's not exactly
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
but
I know.
I just, for those who know, I'll stop referencing Naruto things as we play, but some of these are just for the
If you know,
imagery.
you know.
If
Yeah,
you know, you
guys,
know.
She'll give Seto a big hug.
Aww.
He loves Seto a lot.
I'll hug her and I'll like gently tap her head and just stroke her head, like you would with a cat.
it's one of the
Juna's kind of
memories.
leaning. Juna's kind of leaning on the bar right now, watching spike throwing up in her mouth. She's going,
She kind of just like mentally contacts June and says, "You're next." But yeah, I'm pretty sure June probably also had the explanation.
Yeah, she's there in the conversation.
But yeah, she'll leave it up to June to decide. Apparently, June can sever bonds. So that's
Well,
interesting.
let's see. Well, we don't know that yet.
Oh
See.
well, I Sakura doesn't know that yet.
Are you gonna try and with June as well?
Yeah. Well, if she agrees to it, She doesn't want this to be non-consensual, so she like touches someone and it's like, you're bonded to me now. That's a bit creepy.
Like, yeah, June looks at you and says, "Well, I've known you for this long. If my soul can be safe for whatever, why not?"
I don't know what to pass on to June. I feel like she has a lot of good memories with Seto, but with June, it's a lot of fighting lately.
Times the time you knocked you out.
Which time? I'm pretty sure there's been
Wow,
more than
that
one.
says a lot.
um,
We're like two siblings.
yeah, that's the best way I can describe. Yep, that fits. That fits.
And then there's Daddy Seto to keep us in line.
Daddy Seto, oh my goodness. Um,
What the hell?
no. Let's think.
Well, I mean, you can describe the memories as you actually do this, but are you accepting it? Is that are you guys actually? Where are you putting it? And what does it look like?
Yeah, June's accepting it. Why not?
I think I'll put the mark. Well, I don't know. I don't know whether they want it to be visible or not. So I don't know if I should touch their like kind of hold their hands or kind of touch their shoulder as I do it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to end up being visible either way, in some way, like in a dramatic way. Like you don't
Fair enough.
just mean like the character art have it on there.
Fair enough. So it doesn't really matter. She'll just kind of hold their hands. For June, I feel like a lot of their memories are kind of very siblingy moments. Like, June being like, "Wake up, sucker," and being like, "No," like that kind of thing. And vice versa. Like, June, it's time to go. No, no. Just 5 more minutes. There's stuff like that. So kind of just
Sibling kind of
yeah,
memories.
sibling quarrel moments. So they've kind of had their differences, but I feel like they still have quite a close bond to each other.
As you join hands and you start to share this, you will see the tattoos flare up on yourself, Sakura, as this glow comes forward, similar to how it did with Seto. June, you will feel your tattoos begin to glow as she starts to pass this energy, and you both see these memories. For the rest of you, you will notice the lights all dim in this room as the whole room just gets darker, and it's as though everything starts shaking. Like you see sake bottles just shaking um, across the bar. Then this light starts to seep up your arms, June, and into your tattoos. As it starts to like wrap its way around your arms, you start to see it going up towards the mask, and then up into those tears flowing backwards into your eyes. And then you will see this glow coming from her eyes, Sakura, as Jin looks back at you. And then all of that white light is just going to get pulled back into her eye sockets as you hear this horrible, like, screaming noise coming from inside June's mask. And June, you feel this power, like, surge through you. But neither of you get the bond fails, essentially, as June, you absorb that power. And uh, you are going to get an extra 20 temporary hit points right now on top of your whatever you've already got, but it is not permanent. As the bond seems to fail, and Sakura, you feel this darkness coming from June. It seems to just eat away at that chakra.
Yeah.
She
June
shoots a bit of a
retracts her hand. Yeah, June retracts her hands off them. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, Sakura gets a bit of a fright and withdraws her hands quickly as well.
As you withdraw your hands, the light comes back to the room and everything stops shaking.
I mean, should have kind of expected that. But at the same time, didn't expect it to go that way.
Sakura just looks confused and a bit saddened. But she hopes that part of her spirit isn't gone.
No, you've still got it. I was thinking like
Lost
she's
in the
devouring
void.
it technically, but I'm not going to be that mean.
Okay, so let's maybe not try that again.
I will say
Yeah.
you lose 20 as the chakra that you had just got, but it's only 20.
Okay. Well, now I have 69 temp hit points.
Nice. Well, I don't know how to continue after that.
You will hear the door upstairs slide open, and you'll hear Z's voice going, "Okay, thank you again. I've got to go. I'm supposed to see my. Just thank you." And you will hear other voices behind, but Z is going to make her way onto the balcony. Oh, good. You guys are here. Hi.
Izzy.
Hi. Sakura's still a bit shaken.
You
Because
guys
I
feel
imagine
that?
if she took temporary hit points, it kind of felt like her life force was being sucked out of her or something.
Yeah, I mean, you were trying to share some of your life force with her, so it felt like it was working for a second, but then like it started to pull on it and try and take more than you were trying to give. You, you like broke the connection.
Yeah, June will give Sakura a big hug after that.
She'll hug back and say, "It's okay. A part of me will always be with you in your memories of me."
Oh, don't be so sentimental.
See, Sakura's nice to her party members, just not to other people. You know, if they piss her off, it's not.
No,
She's
Sakura's nice
she's
to
a nice
everybody.
person deep down. She's just a nice person that can disintegrate people.
Like Mariana trains.
Okay, that would mean she doesn't level up quite yet, but that's right.
Yeah, like leveling up from the day you got it.
She might eventually offer to the other party members. But for now, just Seto and June. But it's always an option in the future.
I'm good, thanks. At any point in time, I'm good.
Okay.
Don't
Okay,
worry.
she'll not ask Elias then.
City, but very quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been outside
He's
of the
quiet.
building.
No, it's me. My microphone is dodgy.
What did you say there?
No, it's just a joke. It doesn't matter.
So yeah, it is now getting to about 10 o'clock at night. As for the other three of you, are you guys doing anything? Are you still at the bar while they're having this bonding session?
I want to know what she's been doing.
Yeah, she'll come down going, "Yes, you guys feel that? I think there was an earthquake, an explosion earlier. This place is crazy. And I'm glad to get out of here tomorrow." She'll nod at the other guy at the end of the bar. who smiles at her and nods as though they know each other. The
Wait.
same guy that was you spoke to when you arrived.
Did Z get any cool powers?
You don't know?
Fair
She's
enough.
got a,
He
got a
hasn't
whole
been
lot
with
of
you in the training.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just look at you and look up at the balcony door. What's that about?
Oh, nothing. And she looks at you, and you now notice something in one of her eyes. Is bloodshot as hell. Z is so high right now, she can barely see straight. Like, like her eyes are about to pop. Doesn't look like she got magic eyes.
Z, have you been on it again?
Huh? Oh, yeah. These tabaxi guys have got some good stuff. They're kind of dodgy though. Just met the
Gee.
boss's mom.
June just face palms.
I mean, just to cover the bases, I'm just gonna. Roll an insight check.
When Sakura sort of says across the bar, I could see the geographical powers. We'll see a look on her face, like a cheeky smile that she's like, maybe.
I think Sakura can cast detect thoughts once a day from telepathic feet. So she'll do that.
You get a drug fueled just haze of you start to feel a bit drunk yourself. You just there's colors and there's a pixie flying around. Then you'll hear her voice as she's responding, just going, "I bet they're never gonna find out. Maybe I'll get to use it." And she's like, "They're never gonna see it come."
She's gonna ask again. See, what powers did you get?
I didn't get any powers. You'll hear in her head quite clearly. She'll go, "I have the most powerful eyes in the world. I will conquer everything."
Yep, she's definitely.
What happened with your eyes? They look interesting.
She like taps at her eyes like this. He goes, "Oh, what? No, it's not active, is it?" Oh, and she like covers her eyes with her hand.
And then what happens in her mind when she asks them?
She goes, "Oh God, no! I don't want to kill them." Because this is going to be like Seto all over again. She goes, okay, fine, fair enough. And she peeks through one of her eyes and she goes, something weird did happen. Honestly, I wasn't sure if it was just the drugs. I like took a hit and then suddenly I could see through walls. It seemed like I could see like people's souls moving in their bodies. It was pretty trippy. I think there might be more to it. I haven't quite figured it out yet. Why?
I think that's acid.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, hey, I got a whole bunch, and you'll see she opens up her. She's got a bag of holding at some point, and it's just full of drugs.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He goes, yeah, I know. My dad's gonna be real pissed when he gets the bill.
That is worth as much as a small country. Holy shit.
Z, are you okay? Do you need someone to talk to?
Well, no, I'm okay. Thanks, student, but
You sure? And she walks up and puts a hand on her shoulder. If you need to talk to someone about something, go ahead. We're here to help you.
she sighs and kind of like, leans against you, and she goes, well, things have been pretty tough with my dad lately. I mean, I haven't been back to capital in a while, and she'll get up and sort of drunkenly walk back to the monastery with you as closing up the tavern for the night, and she'll just tell you all of her problems. But I will say, me, I'm trying to think what check it would be to decipher her rambling. Just an insight check.
I also want to try decipher
Yeah,
the
you
rambling.
can do. I assume, is everyone starting to walk back?
Yeah, Jin's just nodding along. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So, mm, yeah, June and Seto, you've heard her talk about some of these things before, and know that her family lives in the capital, and she is she's been on her own in the Blue Dragon clan. She's brought that up before. Sakura and Elias, this is the first time you notice her mention the family name being Gasha, which realizes a noble family in the Red Dragon clan, which she's never really brought that up before, I don't
I'm
think.
sorry, what?
But yeah, she's like complaining that she was kicked off the estate and all of these things. Yeah, the main point being that she's actually nobility and has never brought it up before.
You have.
My goodness.
I think, Stray, I think you might have heard some of this from Husky when you were talking to her. She was talking about how her and Z became friends, and how Z was out of her home estate for dealing drugs.
So Z is a problem child. Who thought?
Yeah, she won't give you too much more backstory other than that, but it is quite some convoluted drunken rambling that eventually you are able to pick out those clues that he is in fact from the Agasha family of the Red Dragon clan and has not seen them in a long time. It does seem like she's sent them the bill for all the drugs she just bought. So yeah.
She'll just keep an eye on the T-Weird. Because the T-Weird seems to like taking Z's drugs.
See this little like trail of water just leaving your bag and trying to go into Z's. You just slap it and it goes back in. Just hides in the teapot. You hear the like clattering of the lid. You put it on very hurriedly.
She'll look a bit like a crazy person, but she'll just talk into the teapot and say, "No, we don't take Z's drugs. That's bad."
Get disappointed bling from inside.
I feel so bad now. The poor T-Weird just wants to be high.
Yeah, if you still got to take what's up, you'll still be hearing like, "You think she's got problems? Let me tell you. I've been living in a teapot my whole life. You think this is easy?"
Oh, the poor T-Weird.
Can it even get high?
That's a good question.
As long as you put your mind to it.
Only one way to find out, I think. Yeah, you
She's
guys start-
tempted to say, "Okay, just a few, and just see if it can get high off these drugs."
Yeah, you
Or
can
maybe
give
it
it something light.
Maybe it actually wants to make tea that makes people high instead.
Yeah, that's exactly what it wants. It wants to make some like brew some weed tea.
Ooh, that actually, she'll do Z a favor and have the T-Weird go steal some of her drugs and make her a drug tea quickly and give it to her.
Oh, God.
Oh, Sakura. This is my favorite thing. It's like the ultimate thing before bed. No, I feel like we really have such a close bond. Sakura.
I love how
Just
that's all it
thinking of
takes.
this and walks away.
I love how that's like all it takes. Just Z, have some drug tea. You're my best friend. Like. Wow.
After
Well-
you both drink the tea, you forget that you made it in that, but then the next day you'll be best friends for sure.
Yeah, she's not gonna drink it herself. She just makes a helping for Z, and hope she enjoys her drug tea. She'll stick to the more tame stuff. The last time she had drug tea, it didn't go too well.
Ozzy will say, well, you really want to bond, you're going to have to get involved sometimes.
Maybe one day, but not tonight. We have a big day tomorrow. I don't know if do you. I'm sure you get drug hangovers, but I'm not sure if that's a thing.
Depends on the drug.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Depends
That,
on how much
I think that's part of my new superpower, honestly. We'll see in the morning. Just testing it out.
Hey, the best cure is to keep on taking more drugs.
Hair with the dog. But at this point, you guys have made your way back.
Oh, I
to the
wouldn't go with
monastery.
them.
Oh, okay. You stick behind.
Sakura would.
Or is anyone not going?
Sakura would just stick with Seto and.
God damn it, Sakura.
What?
Well, no, you're making tea for Z, and they were leaving, so you're gonna have to settle,
I'm
catch
really
up with you.
fuck.
You bonded with him now. I think you know where he is at all times. I think there's something about that, but I'm not sure.
Let me check.
I'm
I don't
But
know.
yeah, you know he's safe now. You're protecting.
Okay. Yeah, she'll go to bed. I just hope Sessa doesn't get up to sketchy shit while I'm gone.
Oh, me.
I mean, the way you were like, "God damn it, Sakura," when I said I was staying, that sounds pretty sus.
Well, those of you
Yeah,
who
she'll
are
go to
leaving, you
bed.
can actually walk out, but otherwise, if anyone else is doing anything, let me know, and then we'll go to set.
To stay or not to stay? That is the question. Yeah, Jude will leave. Why not?
You were also helping the home, so
Oh yeah, I was one of that.
good. But yeah, as they all head out of the tavern, Seto, what are you doing as things start to wrap up and like everyone's closing down for the night? They eventually, I mean, yeah, actually, it's still a bit early. But yeah,
I would approach the entire Phoenix clan and as I do, you guys are from Phoenix clan, right?
we are. You're one of those blue dragons, right?
Yes. I was wondering, is anyone here from the Shiba family?
One of them on the left-hand side will nod there, well, stage left, as he says, yes, I'm Sayori Shiba.
Well, would you mind having a word with me in private?
Kind of look at the one across the table and like both of them look curious, but he'll nod and say, I'll keep an eye on you. And she says, all right. What is this about? As she gets up and will come and join.
Yeah, just please follow me. Is any of the rooms up top like free?
Hinaga is probably stumbling out at this point, so yeah.
Sure, I would go into the room then with her. We don't need to go, but we can just say that we were.
Yeah, no, we
And
can go there.
sure. Damn it. I would close the door, and as she goes in, I would turn around and just tell her, if this leaves this room, I'm probably gonna have to end you. But would you know anything about this? And I would just slowly turn, like close my eyes, essentially just one eye, and I would open the other one, and I would activate my eye. And since it can be open 10 minutes, but it can be open 10 minutes per long rest at any time, it doesn't have to be continuously open or essentially activated. So I can just activate it right now, and then, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, by the way, sorry for interrupting, but I did made the 2 new versions with AI art over the week. There's
Oh,
so
amazing.
many stuff, dude. Yeah, I'll send it and we can then discuss about
Yeah,
it.
cool.
Sure.
I can date them. Yeah, you should actually be able to activate it now. There should be a button for it now.
Yes. Should be. Oh shit! Nope. That's just a.
No, it should have the exclamation next to it. It should be
Yeah.
a bonus or whatever in the action. Active feat.
Yeah. Sorry, it's. I know I saw it somewhere.
Should be in features and active features.
Oh, features. Features.
It's the last. I can do it for you if you need. Oh, should be in the active. There we go. And now, if you apply active effects, let's test if these work, because I should have set these up for most of you. Yeah, there we go. Ah, you press apply active effect.
I did press it. I don't
doesn't
think
seem to have actually done it. Oh, but maybe your eye doesn't actually do that much. I don't think yours has much of a mechanical change, does it?
It just has a bonus AC and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that should have done that. That's what I set up. But okay. No, I'll fix that for next time. Yeah, how are you like planning to reveal this?
It's just normal. It's like I would just open my eyes and the coloration and everything would immediately just change. And wait, I'm gonna just show. I'm gonna show you what I found as a new one. Give me a second.
Yeah, send it through. As soon as she sees it, you'll see her kind of stumble back into the table. There's this look on her face of kind of skepticism and confusion just changes to shock, and she definitely seems to recognize what she's looking at. Yeah, send it through so we can see what she's seeing.
Yeah, so the top
podcast.
part, the eyebrows just blaze a flame and the entire iris just goes bursting. It's continuously moving like the flame from the phoenix. So it's kind of like both blended together.
Yes, that is so sick. Yeah, as she just looks at that, she goes, "That's impossible. How have you?"
Yeah, I would like to know myself as well, but apparently you know what this is. So could you help me? Because it's fucking scary.
She will like shake her head as she seems to remember herself, and then she's going to walk forward up to her knees and put her hands on the ground as she bows down in front of you, and she says, "Of course I will, Lord Sheba."
What the fuck are you about? Get up!
She looks up at you like confused to hand out. She goes, "But you
Get
understand what
the
this
fuck
means,
up!
right?"
No, that's why I'm asking you.
She like stands back up to her feet and grabs you by the shoulders, and she goes, "You are the chosen. You are the one to lead Sheba family. We have been searching for And she laughs and she goes, "You know what kind of pressure this takes off of me? Oh, I thought we were never going to find someone. They all expect me to awaken it, but you, I don't understand how. Are you Chiba?"
I mean, some folks have said that to me, even though I never knew my last name. So
Her eyes widen even further. She goes, "Wait, the Panther Monk. There are legends of one of the old members of the Chiba family, but they left, I mean, long before I was born. Are you him?" And she seems confused as to, like, you look too young to be this much.
no, I'm definitely not that old. Probably younger than you, but maybe my father was.
Father. Oh, I see. So he must have taken the eye, and she takes a step back, like suddenly looking much less trustful. Like from bowing a second ago, she now seems almost like ready to fight, but she's just looking at you carefully.
A problem?
The eye has been missing for a long time. And if your father's, who I think he is, there's a chance he stole it. You sure you don't know anything about this?
Wait, you're making zero fucking sense, lady. You do understand that. Why would
Yeah,
he
you
stole
just-
an eye? And even if he did, what does that have to do anything with my eye?
That eye, the key to controlling one of the greatest elemental evils ever to walk the plains. That eye can control Phoenix.
Yeah, I know that motherfucker's
Whoever.
inside.
Sorry? What?
Yeah, I met him. Fucking STS. I don't want to swear. He doesn't seem really happy. The only thing he wants to go outside and just burn everything to the ground. Mentioning the new order, eternal flame, making a new world. You know what? Those elementals are just fucking pieces of shit.
Well, yes, the eye was created in order to keep them in check, but Phoenix has also been lost. You're saying you met him? It?
Yes.
Where?
Okay. Where? Well, it's really hard to explain. I'd probably just be an eternal flame or his realm or somewhere. Basically, apparently, he's sealed inside of me. Is what I've gathered in the recent memory. If you don't believe me, I can probably just. I probably can't really call him out, but I can control flames.
She takes a few steps back, like right up against the wall, as soon as you're saying this. And she just, like with her hands pressed against the wall behind her, she's shaking her head. No, that's impossible. You can't have the Phoenix and the eye. That no, that's bad. And she looks terrified.
Okay, now you're scaring me. So, if I was a bad guy and wanted to kill you, I could have easily done it. So you see that I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just trying to find information, lady. You do understand how fucked up this shit is. I'm scared. I don't know what the hell is going on, and I never fucking asked for this.
She like is breathing heavy, just hyperventilating, and then she looks down and nods, and she goes, okay, all right, I believe you, but oh, shit, this is a lot for me too. Okay, my family sent me here in the hope that I would awaken that eye, so that when we found the Phoenix again, we might be able to control it, rest of them are looking for the Phoenix. They find out that you're holding everything. I don't know if they'll be so understanding, but in a way, this makes us relatives. So I will help you, so long as you really are one of the good ones and not. I mean, you can't let that thing out. It will burn everything, and
Yeah,
it'll
that's
use
why
you to do
Tolkien
that.
told me.
You don't feel like it's influence, like taking you over. Like you don't feel like it's control of you at any point, does it? Because the last holder of the Phoenix ran away with it, and we don't know what happened.
No, the only thing that I do know that sometimes it's hard to sleep. Like yesterday, the fucking bird just put me on some fucking. It felt like I was riding it, but it just felt like I was burning again and again and again and again and again and again, and it just didn't feel good. I don't think that he has any control of me, at least not yet.
All right, well, and she looks around like she's panning, and she says, "Okay, I keep this to yourself for now. In the test, meet me at the fire temple. We will see what we can do. It is one of the temples that holds the scrolls. I will try and wait for you there. If you get there first, wait for me, and we will figure this out together."
Oh, before you go, one last question. Have you ever been to the graveyard in this town?
Yes, actually, there are some old Phoenix clan graves from those who allied with the lion long times ago. Long times ago.
Have you ever felt anything there?
Some do. I'm. Let me remember what her class actually is, because the Shugenja would definitely go to that kind of place. But she would say, "I have trained in some of those places. They say that the spirits of old dead samurai can help you, but I've felt the same thing in all graveyards I've trained in. I can't say there's anything in particular about this one. You might be
Okay.
able to ask my friends, the blind one at the table. She is quite in tune with those kinds of things. She's been spending some time there.
Do you think it's smart to ask her? Especially when I'm from Blue Dragon Clan?
I think it's best you keep your distance for now. I will try and hear them without giving away too much. I'm sure I will be able to convince them to help you as well. Just meet us at the fire temple, and we can talk again there.
Well, thanks for all the information, and please keep this for yourself. I'm not really in the business of, how should I say this, wanting to spread this thing out.
Oh, I understand. And trust me, the last thing I want is news getting out that you were holding that. If others figure that out, everyone in Nishizawa is going to be after your head. So be careful, and see you again in the test.
Yeah. Have a great evening.
She will kind of fold it, make her way back to the table, just looking pale, but trying to hide it.
Yeah. I'll wait for like a few minutes for her to go away, and then I'll just exit and slowly go back to the area where we sleep. To the monastery.
Okay. And with that, everyone can head back and their long rest, as tomorrow morning you will be beginning your trial, and everyone is to meet bright and early at the outskirts of town.
Wait, what the hell is Jerry doing in my bed?
I don't remember whose bed is who. I just
Empty bed, take it.
Yeah, it's always opportunity, and he took it. To be fair, he's found the worst one in the room. It's all hard and burnt underneath.
Don't worry, Sucker stole June's bed. So don't worry.
No,
Yes.
that's Sakura's bed.
That's my bed.
No. Since when?
Yeah.
It's always been mine.
Well, you're gonna have to find a different one. She's already asleep.
Yeah, I'm across from you, so it's fine.
Well, yeah, you stole Z's bed, have put Z to sleep in Sakura's bed, so
A whole swap around thing.
It's a circle of life.
yeah, it is the yin and yang. You're just chasing each other around.
Typical sibling behavior.
With that, you can all grab your long rest, and we can do the chakra gathering in the morning to see how much chakra to begin this trial with, as we're going to wrap the session. As I do that, I'm going to put us onto the overall map so you can get an idea of where you're going to be heading out. Have I shown you guys this map yet?
I think you
I
showed
don't-
us me and Astrea maybe. So it maybe Matt. Yeah, not Matt. Elias.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen this one.
Matt in the
I found
I don't
Pandaria
the other
now.
campaign.
Pretty map.
I'm still loading, so. Oh my god. Yeah, I have not seen this. Holy shit.
So this is Kira to the other maps that we've been looking at. I've made this one. The coastlines and stuff are exactly the same. Everything's, you could lay the other map on top of this and it would fit. But you can see there where all the clans are. There's Nishizawa, Koto over there to the left. Like the maps turn slightly, so north is actually like right of the map. Yeah, you should be able to recognize some places you've been, and see the Sakura Forest up in the top left there. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but you can see over Nishizawa all the clans that are going to be participating in this trial. Has obviously been split with the other Blue Dragon clan, but they may have multiple parties as well. In the morning, you will be assigned a spot to begin. Everyone doesn't start at the same place, but we'll get into all of that at the start of the next session. But if you guys want me to explain the mechanics to you now, so you can maybe start planning some stuff, or if you want to do that, otherwise just wait till next week and begin and when the actual instructors explain things to you.
I'm pretty tired already. It's past 1 a.m. here.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is.
Pretty tired. I don't know why, but I've been drained for last week, so I was struggling to get to the session.
Oh, that's cool. So it was, sorry, it was roleplay heavy, but it's fine.
No worries.
Things are definitely going to kick off next week, though, as next week we will be beginning the trial. You can at least now, I will leave it on this map so you guys can, if you want to plot any routes and start getting an idea of where you might want to head out. Yeah, we'll be here to look at.
You want us to
Jesus
roll
Christ,
now the temp HP from the meditation?
Yeah, I mean, otherwise we might forget next time, but it's up to you. You can either do it at the start of next session or do it now. Just make sure that you've got it after the long rest.
It's basically just roll your die, basically, right?
it's the same as rolling hit points, so you add your Constitution modifier, or the however it works. I can't remember. It's the same formula as for your hit points, but Seto, you'll have an extra die, and Sakura, you'll have one less.
No,
Yes.
we- low roll. Eh, it is what it is.
Also, Sakura, I was having a look. There are definite benefits to having that bond as you get a higher level. So right off the bat, there's not that much, but there are things that, like when you're fighting close to those allies, it can benefit you both for sure.
Awesome. I think we have to end. I've been like hyped like the whole week.
No, I
and
was
it feels
seeing
so
your hype,
short.
and I was like, oh, I feel bad that it's not going to be that exciting of a session. I was hoping we'd actually start the test tonight, but
No, I had loads of
I'm
fun.
actually glad it's ended at a good time, so we can things off right at the start of next session.
Yeah, this is gonna be cool.
Can I just ask, where exactly is this forest that we're going in, or is it just the entire damn map?
It's the whole map basically that you'll
Holy
have.
shit.
But the main things will be like there's the radius around around Nishizawa. That's why I was saying, shall I explain it to you guys now? Because there are going to be 5 temples that will be holding items that you will need to gather. So there are specific points, and you'll recognize some of them as being places that you actually got your rings. Like,
Ooh.
for instance, the fire temple that she mentioned to you there, Seto, is in the Red Forest over there. That I think that your cursor is up there. Yeah.
We get Hunger Games this shit.
So yeah, it's pretty much going to be that kind of thing. Yeah, they are going to separate you at the start because otherwise it's going to meet your swarm entirely.
That's rude. No, I can't meet this one.
No, well, it would be an all-out war if everyone started in the first, like if they all started together, because there's also going to be items that you will be carrying, and that you'll have to get from other squads. So there are going to be some rules, but basically the idea is going to be you're going to have to gather a bunch of scrolls, but some of those scrolls are going to be held by other groups. Some of them will be in temples, and it's going to be a race to see who can get them all.
Well, this is gonna be interesting.
Basically, June and Sakura goes to White Temple, I go to Fire, Elias go to the water, Jerry to the earth, and Ashra to the wind, and we're good.
I mean, honestly, at the power levels you have, you probably could split the party and have some. It might take us a while. It might be boring for other players. I'd prefer that you don't. No, actually, I was thinking of how much that would take, but you totally can do that. We would probably end up having more one-on-one battles than team battles. Yeah, whatever battles we're going to be having are going to be massive. So I'm very excited.
Oh God.
This is gonna be a long amount of sessions.
Oh, I'm all for it.
You got the red forest there to the right, the bamboo forest beneath you, and the grasslands and the mountains. It's going to be interesting to see all the different terrain that we'll be battling on and how much you guys destroy it all.
It's gonna be great.
great bonding time. Yeah.
I'm heading to bed.
Yeah, let's
Maybe-
do
Thanks
that.
for the session.
Some of you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you then.
Yes.
Good night,
Night.
Jerry.
I need to work on my backstory for that game. Alright, bye everybody. Night night.
Bye, June.
Bye.
Cheers.
See you next week.
Do you think could it be a possibility, for example, on this specific